It's Mental Health Mondays every Monday, and we are still focused on men's mental health. I've got Mr. Rogers Nari right here in the studio. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Dynamite.
How are you?
I could be better, man. I could be better. Today is not the best of days for me.
Why, man?
I lost my mom 8 years ago.
Oh, man.
Through an accident. Devastated me. I still have scars in my heart, in my mind of the event. So, yeah, man. Yeah, but no, life goes on.
Life goes on.
Yeah.
Life goes on indeed. But of course, we still hold on to the memories. Okay, so last week we were there and we were, talking about some of the signs and symptoms of mental health and stuff like that. And today we just want to talk about how to manage mental health. And I know you've got a few pointers, you've got a few points that can help us, especially men, because men are, people who are the victims, in most cases, and they usually do not know how to manage it. So that's why we end up takuona ma issues kaita sana suicide and stuff like that. So maybe we could just talk about how then one can manage mental health.
Thank you so much. If you recall, the past 2 weeks we were talking about symptoms.
Yes.
We looked at the symptoms, but when you look at it holistically, you're looking at a behavior. So today we want to start at the beginning of things, which I have entitled today the psychology of thinking.
Okay.
Patongo taura nyaya yekuti mental health. Takutotaura nyaya yepfungwa. Takutotaura nyaya dzekufunga. So today we want to zero in terms of how to think. It sounds easy to say when you say how to think, because everybody thinks. But we have been so intoxicated with bad things that our thinking has become so negative.
Yeah.
That our thinking is so saturated nekutadza kuita zvinhu. Especially as a man. One of the hardest things that I have in my entire life, the hardest job I've ever had, was to be a husband and a father. I asked somebody per TikTok yangu, or I just posted per TikTok, I don't know if you saw it, I just asked a simple question, how are you? And I've never had so many people viewing and so many people contributing and talking with that simple question, how are you? Because when you say how are you now, we are talking about we are asking you to think how you are. Now, there are two verses that I want us to zero in today. They're both in the book of Proverbs. It says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. You are a total result of what you think. The situations that we are going through are a result of how we have been thinking on how to handle it. I'm trying to be courteous here.
Okay.
So when it comes to mental health, we are looking at, let me start by saying this. It's thinking plus feelings is equal behavior.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Thinking plus feeling, which is the mood that you get in, is equal behavior, which becomes your character.
Yeah.
So whatever info, because now thinking comes from information. So thinking is a way, is built on the information that you gather on a situation. For example, if I had an opportunity to remove thinking from me, right? Can thinking see the chaos it has caused in my life?
Okay.
Yeah? Now, because because thinking is a movement, it's emotional. You're thinking from here to there. It's movement. I'm here, I need to be there. So when it comes to mental health, it is the way you handle or the way you think about a thing that will make you suicidal or will make you resilient. and
Okay.
win.
Okay.
I win because I think I'm a winner. Moses, when he met God on the burning bush, he asked him, he said, "Saka vanhu vachati munonzani?" And he was given a name. He says, "I am." Now, ipapo mami ndo patakafanana na Mwari. Pakuti takafanana pakuti I am. Because what I say about myself, I become.
Okay.
No, so what you think now becomes your belief system, right? And now what your belief system becomes your stronghold, right?
Yeah.
So when it becomes a stronghold, now it needs new ways of thinking. Now, vanhu vakawanda tinotadza kubudirira muupenyu hwedu because we think and we begin to speak. That's the equation. You think and you speak. The book of Proverbs tells us kuti from the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. So we know who you are by what you say.
Oh my gosh.
Now, the way you think will then determine your self-esteem. We have high self-esteem and we have low self-esteem. So high self-esteem, in my definition, is confidence in our ability to think.
Okay.
Confidence in our ability to curb or to withhold pressure. Confidence in facing life challenges, feeling worthy, feeling I deserve, feeling that I have access, feeling that I'm entitled.
Yes.
Now, the opposite is true. Low self-esteem is self-limiting beliefs.
Okay. Yeah.
Self-limiting beliefs. I cannot do this. Wakamboti mukufunga ukambofunga here kuti kangani pawakazvibudisa madhiri aikwanisa kukupa mari because you thought I am short, I am tall, I am light, I am black, I am white. And kana kune chinhu chakaoma dynamite. My inner voices are now. The inner voice will kill you more than a burglar.
Wow. That's powerful.
Because inini ndininda kutadza kuzvibelieve that I am able to do it. So my thinking is derived from my environment. Ini ndakakurira kugeto kwamavheni. Vandakakura navo, I made 2 resolutions when I was a bit young. Number 1, I said to myself, andisi kuzokura ndichenda pabao. I'm not going to do that. And number 2, ndichaita msalad.
I like that.
Because what people don't understand about chisalad is a way of thinking. Chisalad is a way of behavior. Saka, kuva murasta kuri easy than kuva msalad.
Okay.
Because there is a different way of thinking. And I'm not dogging down anybody. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my resolutions are ndakaita in the sense that I wanted to be different.
Okay.
So my thinking now is different. Now, my thinking then will then help my self-esteem.
Okay.
Like I said, thinking gives you the mood and it gives you the behavior. Vanhu akawanda, all of us, we wrestle with behavior rather than wrestling with thinking.
Okay. I think, I get you there. I get you.
Because you behave according to how you think. As a man thinks in his heart, so is he. If you feel like you are a failure, you are indeed a failure.
Wow.
Ndosaka shoko ra Mwari chitaro kuti let the poor say I am rich. Because you're poor. Because kana wakutenda kuti I am rich, you begin to confess it. How do I know this? The book of Hebrews chapter 11 verse 3. That we know that the worlds were framed by the word of God. Ndikati I am a winner. I become a winner.
Yes.
I am depressed. Wakambofunga kuti nhasi ndoda kuenda kubasa dynamite. Ndoda kurwara. Auzotombozona kuti neumiri wako unobva watanga kurwara.
Over to Shingamino.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you are conditioned by the way you think and the way you talk. So in Zvakawanda, we have self-talked ourselves out of them.
Indeed. A lot of things, actually. It's those little voices that we listen to each time when you get something, you get an opportunity, and you're like, but exactly. You're already telling yourself that you can't do it.
You disqualify yourself.
Exactly. So, answer whether you think you're right or not.
You're right.
You're right.
So, if we still have time, I want us to look at how we can recondition and rewire our thinking. Remember, your subconscious, your subconscious doesn't know lies. What you tell your subconscious, it becomes.
Okay.
Does it make sense to you?
It does.
If I tell my subconscious that I'm a winner, I'm a warrior, everything in the warrior world begins to align themselves to me. Meditate on these things that are pure, things that are of good report, things of because what you think, you become. So 6 things that I want to talk about, or maybe few things that I want to talk about, that will clear your mind as you wrestle with a lot of things. Number 1, understand that you have a clarity of thought. Don't listen to every thought that comes into your mind. As a matter of fact, you have control over. So you have clarity of thought. This is what I tell myself every day. I have clarity of thought. I think well.
Okay.
Situation yangu ainaomira zvakanaka. Vana vangu vatatanga kuenda kuchikoro nhasi. Handisati ndawana mari yegrocery, handisati ndabhadhara rent, but I've got clarity of thought. Because if I zero in on the things that I'm not doing well, I am going to begin to attract those things that does not allow me to thrive. Tell yourself that I'm able to cope with challenges. You see, when you have high self-esteem, you understand that things are not going to work, but it's okay. As a man, I'm allowed to cry. As a man, I'm allowed to seek counsel because I've got clarity of thought. And I am able to cope with challenges. I have the belief, I believe that I can be successful.
Okay.
Darling, you can be. See, success has got nothing to do with academics.
You're right. 100%.
As a matter of fact, let me put it this way. It's going to sound interesting, I think. Most thinking, unlearned people employ most unthinking, educated people.
That is true. Not taking anything away from people who are educated, but I think I've noticed that pattern a lot. Yeah.
Inzara, mami, inoitisa ukaita nzara, ukaita ma challenges, you begin to think on how I can come out of it. You get the idea?
Yes, I do.
So that is very important. I have the right to be successful. As a matter of fact, God wants me to be successful. He says in His Word, I wish you above all that you would prosper, as your soul prospers. So, and I think also 2 Peter, it tells us that He has given us all things that pertain to life and godliness. Chaita kuti mwana wa Mwari usave nazvo ndezvekuti hausati wanzwisisa kuti unazvo ende ndezvako. So you begin to think about those things. I have the right to access things.
Okay.
I have the right. I have the right. I'm entitled. So these are the few things that I want us to think about. The way you think about yourself, it's called cause and effect.
Okay.
Yeah? Causality. It's cause and effect. Apana chaunoita chisina effect or consequence or result. So your thinking then will propel you to win or lose.
Okay.
So this is the first step on how to manage our mental health. Number 1 is to look at yourself the way God looks at you and say, I am a winner. You may not feel like a winner. I always tell people, I think I've also told you, especially young women or women, if I say to you, you are beautiful, I'm not asking you how you're feeling. I'm telling you, you are beautiful. I'm not saying you're cute. Because cute can mean anything. You can be cute, this thing is cute. It's adorable but ugly.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I get you.
So if I say you are beautiful, I am describing the person who is in you. So you need now to say, I am beautiful. Because as a man thinks, so is he. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You speak of who you are. So if you continue to say, everything in the Kujanya world will align themselves.
Wow, that's powerful. Okay, so because of our time, maybe you can just give us 2 last words to start off.
Right. So thank you so much. Think well. Find good friends, quality friends, people that will propel you to great heights. Tikachinja shamwari dzedu tikatsvaga vanhu vari positive, we are going to succeed. Situations will change by the way I think. So next week we are going to look at another level. Today we just looked at the way we think. That's how we are going to manage. Next week we are going to look at another level on how you can rescue yourself from mental health.
Okay.
You're deeply loved.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through for today.